In this video, we will take a look at some of the top ongoing mega pipeline construction projects in Africa. These pipeline projects will help to transport oil, gas, and water across the continent, boosting trade and economic growth. But before we start, please note that some of these projects may have been completed or may have changed in cost or timeline since this script was written. I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading new videos about Africa every week, and I would love for you to join me on this journey. Now, let's get started.
Number 14.
The East African Crude Oil Pipeline. A brand new pipeline called the East African Crude Oil Pipeline will carry natural gas from the Ugandan Lake Albert region to the port of Tanga in Tanzania. The pipeline will be operational by 2033 and have a 16 billion cubic meter annual capacity. The governments of Tanzania, Uganda, and other East African nations are providing funding for the $10 billion project.
Number 13.
The West African Gas Pipeline Expansion Project. The existing West African Gas Pipeline is being expanded as part of the West African Gas Pipeline Expansion Project. The pipeline's capacity will rise from 12 to 20 billion cubic meters annually as a result of the expansion. The governments of Nigeria, Ghana, Benin, Togo, and Côte d'Ivoire are providing funding for the project, which is expected to cost $2 billion.
Number 12.
The Mozambique South Africa Gas Pipeline. A new pipeline called the Mozambique South Africa Gas Pipeline will carry natural gas from Mozambique to South Africa. The pipeline will be operational by 2026 and have a 10 billion cubic meter annual capacity. The project is estimated to cost $5 billion and is being funded by the governments of Mozambique and South Africa.
Number 11.
The TransSaharan Gas Pipeline. A brand new pipeline called the TransSaharan Gas Pipeline that will transport natural gas from Nigeria to Algeria. The pipeline will be operational by 2030 and have a 30 billion cubic meter annual capacity. The governments of Algeria, Niger, Nigeria, and other African nations are providing funding for the $10 billion project.
Number 10.
The Lake Chad Pipeline. New pipeline, known as the Lake Chad Pipeline, will move crude oil from the Lake Chad Basin to the Atlantic Ocean. The pipeline will have a daily capacity of 1 million barrels when it becomes operational in 2027. The governments of Nigeria, Chad, Cameroon, and Niger are providing funding for the $5 billion project.
Number 9.
The Nile River Gas Pipeline. A brand new pipeline called the Nile River Gas Pipeline will move natural gas out from Nile River Delta to other regions of Egypt. The pipeline will be operational by 2028 and have a 10 billion cubic meter annual capacity. The project is being funded by the Egyptian government and is expected to cost $3 billion.
Number 8.
The Angola-Mozambique Gas Pipeline. The Angola-Mozambique Gas Pipeline is a new pipeline that will transport natural gas from Angola to Mozambique. The pipeline is expected to be operational by 2030 and will have a capacity of 20 billion cubic meters per year. The project is estimated to cost $7 billion and is being funded by the governments of Angola and Mozambique.
Number 7.
The South Sudan-Kenya Crude Oil Pipeline. The South Sudan-Kenya Crude Oil Pipeline is a new pipeline that will transport crude oil from South Sudan to Kenya. The pipeline is expected to be operational by 2031 and will have a capacity of 200,000 barrels per day. The project is estimated to cost $1 billion and is being funded by the governments of South Sudan and Kenya.
Number 6.
The Ethiopia Jabot Water Pipeline. A new pipeline called the Ethiopia Jabot Water Pipeline will carry water from Ethiopia to Djibouti. The pipeline will have a daily capacity of 1 million cubic meters when it becomes operational in 2032. The governments of Ethiopia and Djibouti are providing funding for the project, which is expected to cost $2 billion.
Number 5.
Niger Delta Gas Export Project. A new gas export terminal is being built as part of the Niger Delta Gas Export Project in Nigeria. The project will be finished by 2029 and have an annual capacity of 20 billion cubic meters. The Nigerian government is providing the $10 billion estimated cost of the project.
Number 4.
Mozambique LNG Project. A new liquefied natural gas (LNG) project is being developed in Mozambique as part of the Mozambique LNG project. The project will have a 12 million ton annual capacity when it is finished, which is anticipated to be in 2030. A group of multinational corporations are contributing to the project's estimated $20 billion cost.
Number 3.
Tanzania Zambia Malawi Gas Pipeline Project. A brand new pipeline called the Tanzania Zambia Malawi Gas Pipeline will carry natural gas from Tanzania to Zambia and Malawi. The pipeline will be operational by 2032 and have a 5 billion cubic meter annual capacity. The governments of Tanzania, Zambia, and Malawi are providing funding for the $3 billion project.
Number 2.
Senegal-Mauritania Gas Pipeline Project. The Senegal-Mauritania Gas Pipeline is a new pipeline that will transport natural gas from Senegal to Mauritania. The pipeline is expected to be operational by 2028 and will have a capacity of 2 billion cubic meters per year. The project is estimated to cost $1 billion and is being funded by the governments of Senegal and Mauritania.
Number 1.
The Kenya-Uganda Crude Oil Pipeline. A brand new pipeline called the Kenya-Uganda Crude Oil Pipeline will move crude oil from Kenya to Uganda. The pipeline will be operational by 2033 and have a 2 million barrel per day capacity. The governments of Kenya and Uganda are providing funding for the $10 billion project. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading new videos about Africa every week.